We've been playing together since Kevin's rookie year, so that was 2011. So 6 years we've been playing together. It's where it all started. Be able to come back here, and they always welcome me with open arms. This school made me who I am, and it was one of the only schools in the area that actually had lacrosse. This place, it means the world to me, and like I said, it kind of feels like my home now since my parents don't live where I grew up. It's pretty special. Kevin and I mean, being an offensive and a defensive guy, and we've roomed together, it's great to get his insight. We're close. I mean, I was just thinking about this the other day. It's the longest I've ever played with someone. I joke around because, like, I got to go in the office all the time. Like, the fact that Kevin's actually up right now and it's 10 o'clock, like, this isn't how he usually is. He usually likes to be, like, in his sweats, and who knows what he does during the day.
Brett's the type of guy who will go check someone on the opposite side of the floor just to avoid me. And I think he'd admit he's slowed down at his old age now, so he's, you know, he tries to avoid our right side. We got a couple quick guys there, and he just knows he can't keep up anymore.
Yeah, well, I've been training Kev for 3 years now, and I think it's awesome. Kev's great. He works hard, trains hard, and he really wants to, you know, prepare himself for the season.
Couldn't bench my own weight when I came into college. It was pretty pathetic, to be honest.
The one thing that you have to do is just you have to make sure you're training all of the qualities that he needs to be prepared for the season. We're going to work on strength, we're going to work on rotational power, agility, conditioning, mobility, flexibility.
When I was younger, you know, I wanted to get, you know, muscle bound, like jacked, and now it's kind of more into injury prevention and career longevity. I think Americans are starting to recognize that they need to incorporate the box game into their training. And that's what our club program, Fusion Lacrosse, does. You look at all the top scorers in the NCAA over the past couple of years, they've all been Canadian. Our kids make their biggest strides over the winter when they're playing indoors in the small area and they're moving the ball around and cutting and finding those lanes.
The wild man out. It's pronounced Next Sports. We're a sports and education company. The one side is event management, and that's where we put on 42 events across the country, lacrosse tournaments. And then the other side, we teach boys and girls lacrosse and develop them through camps, clinics, and club teams. It started here, so some weekly wins. We just had a discussion about how to fix our own model within our education program to do more box. They're able to incorporate some of the box skill and toughness and the IQ. They're only going to be better lacrosse players. You just have to continue to preach that because the proof's in the pudding.
Kind of dedicated my life to, you know, lacrosse and growing the game however I can and teaching kids, and it's something I really enjoy doing. I've been coaching at Shipley for 5 years now. This is where I coach 6th grade in the morning, middle school in the afternoon. Then I head over to the farm fields and coach the varsity. You know, it's something I'm very passionate about, and I take pride in, you know, being able to have a strong input on these kids' lives. We're lucky to be in this gym. Let's make the most of it. First things first. I find that American kids like to hang their stick and they're a little bit slower with their motions. If I don't have my stick right here, it's over here and I see a guy cutting. By the time I bring that stick up here to throw that, the opportunity's already gone. I think that's part on the coach to make those practices that can be tedious, to make them fun in a way.
Yeah, and now these kids are getting taught that from a young age. Like Kevin was saying, it's only going to help their field game grow when they understand that mental aspect of understanding you don't always have to shoot the ball 100 miles an hour to go in. And that's why you see at the collegiate level, the guys who score all the goals usually have a Native American or a Canadian background because they get it.
Let's go to Magellan.
There isn't a lot of time to be very social. Got to find that right balance of finding those times.
You know, we get to hang out, like, you know, obviously we talk about how great of a guy Brett is. Like, you know, we get to do fun stuff like that. You know, Mike Kettle, another guy, Philly guy, equipment manager for the Black Wolves. He's in town, so.
I started out in Philadelphia just helping out the equipment manager probably since 2009. So I've known the guys since they've been on the team, and I mean, those guys are great. I love Brett, I love Kevin. They're fun to hang out with.
My hair is looking
a little greasy.
It's good as it does now.
A little greasy, I would say.
That's not grease, buddy. That's just a natural sheen.
Sheldon Burns said it the other week that I was the most fashionable guy on the team, and I appreciate that, Sheldon. I try, but
no one can figure out if you're actually stylish or you just lost your mind in terms of style.
I follow some people on Instagram that give me some good fashion ideas, but the proof's in the pudding. I think people like what they see. No one said that to me. So
no one wears turtlenecks anymore, Brett.
The turtleneck is coming back. The amount of compliments I got off of that is phenomenal.
It's springtime. No one's wearing a turtleneck.
Spring. It was 40 degrees the other day.
I think the box game draws, you know, not just a lacrosse fan. I think it draws someone who loves, you know, the action, maybe like someone like hockey who, you know, wants to come out and see the occasional fight. They want to see the big hits. They want to see, you know, a ton of goals being scored.
And I think it's a great entertainment value that you're inside. You don't ever have to worry about Mother Nature, and there's music playing. There's a shot clock. There's loud hits.
I enjoyed the family aspect about it. I mean, I consider all the guys my brothers.
I love Sean Evans. I mean, a guy that we brought in last year.
I think Evans has made me a better player and introduced me to different ways to score the ball that I never imagined.
Derek Suddens and Brett Bucktooth, guys have been around for a while and growing stars like Sheldon Burns.
I think what Bill O'Brien does is great because he's like a role model for the game of lacrosse.
I think it's great. There's really no egos. Kevin's my longest tenured teammate that I've ever played with. I love having him here, and like I said previously, what he brings to the city, and he's able to teach the kids of Philadelphia about his box background, I think is second to none.
Yeah, I mean, I can say the same thing for Brett running his next program. Any name you hear that comes out of those guys' mouth, it's always Brett Manny and how great of a coach he is.